Hey, what's up everybody? I'm walking through beautiful Montreal, just southwest of downtown, through the Côte de Neige neighborhood, which literally means snow coast. And I'm thinking about what are the essential things you have to eat in Montreal. Poutine, maple syrup or maple candy, and of course smoked meat, which is really quintessential to this city. And we're heading to Deli Snowden, or Snowden Deli, because that's where you find the best smoked meat sandwich in the entire city. And the best part, you can get it for a really reasonable price, under $10 US. So we're headed there right now. Can't wait to try it. Hey.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Oh,
Lucas.
oh, I'm Hart. Hey, pleasure, man. How are you?
You
You need a cup of coffee?
Always.
Always?
Yes, please.
Thank you, sir. Fresh cup, you know?
So now your grandfather, and he started the place with his brothers?
Yeah, well, his two brothers started the deli in '46.
Okay.
And he came back from the war 2 years later. And then he joined them, you know? So then it was the three brothers, you know? Turn of the century, the first kosher butcher
Okay.
came from, I think, Lithuania. Once Jews knew that they can get kosher meat in Montreal, started coming to Montreal. More and more coming, you know, because everybody was still kosher. Up until 1920s, there were like 40 kosher delis in Montreal. We opened up in 1946 on this side of Montreal.
Right after the war ended.
Right after the war ended. Primarily the Jewish community was all on the other side of the mountain, in the Mile End or in the plateau. And they were like, this was all farmland. And they told my grandfather, my uncles, like, what are you doing? There's nobody there. Once we came here, then the community came here. They came from the east side and coming more west. When they knew that they can come and get their ethnic foods, they started coming around here.
That's opposite from what I would expect.
Yeah.
What I would expect that there's a demand and then a restaurant moves in to feed that demand.
100%.
And it sort of happened the other way.
This happened the other way.
So it's not just smoked meat. You're providing a more complete experience.
This is where at least the Jewish community comes to meet and to talk and to see people they haven't seen in 30, 40, 50 years. Not to mention everybody else in Montreal who knows smoked meat or who knows deli and who wants an authentic Montreal deli feeling, they'll come here.
So it's more than just...
It's more of a community center than a restaurant.
That's so nice. So it's like, it's really servicing the population of the area in a more complete way. So I hear the food here is great. I hear...
yeah, you can bring the KNISHs over here.
I would love what you just said. I'd love a KNISH.
Oh, sure, we just made them, you know?
But I'd also like smoked meat.
Old-fashioned or regular?
I think old-fashioned, whatever that means.
Lean or medium? I'll tell you after.
Not lean. That lean.
That's the best, bro. I'm gonna make you a whole spread.
Whatever you...
Eggplant, you gotta have. A few carnotzels, some coleslaw.
I'm in your hands.
Let's eat, man, you know?
All right. I'm gonna begin at the beginning. I'm gonna have first this lovely Slim Jim-esque delicious thing. This is a carnotzel. This is a cigar-shaped, cigar-sized beef sausage, garlicky beef sausage. This is great. It's nice and snappy and garlicky, and it's a nice, sharp smoke texture in this beef sausage. Super tasty carnotzel. We have a real nice spread here. We have some eggplant. We have a potato knish with sour cream. And then, of course, we have the pièce de résistance, the smoked meat sandwich, which is what Montreal is famous for, what Snowden's is famous for. What is smoked meat? It's not pastrami. It's not corned beef. It is its own special, magical thing. It is roughly the same cut of beef from the plate of the steer. My understanding is that this is going to be a more variably marbled piece of beef as opposed to pastrami. In the United States, you go for a pastrami sandwich, you're gonna have fairly even marbling. With the smoked meat, you can have a real fatty cut. You can have a real lean, dry cut. The preparation resembles corned beef in the sense that it is soaked in the brine, but then corned beef is boiled and steamed. Smoked meat, obviously, is smoked. I don't want to say it's like a hybrid, but it sort of incorporates certain aspects of both pastrami and corned beef. There is that dry rub. There are other spices that are going to go on the outside, with the peppercorn and the garlic and the coriander, and that's all going to be infusing in flavor as well for the smoked meat. But it's its own thing. It's not one or the other, though it is helpful to sort of use pastrami or corned beef as a point of reference for people who've never had smoked meat before. Okay, so here it is. Just got a little layer of mustard on that. Some nice rye bread. This bread is real nice and soft. And I'm gonna eat it. You can see, I mean, if you were looking at this, you might say that this was pastrami. I'm gonna say it's not quite as sweet. Maybe they use more sugar in the curing process or in the brining process of a corned beef. You can see that there's gonna be a real, there's gonna be a real lean section. And then you can see that there's gonna be real fatty sections as well. And so it's like, do you wanna order medium? Do you wanna order lean? You wanna order extra lean? You wanna order extra fatty? So you can really sort of customize it. That's got a lovely taste. It tastes of peppercorn, it tastes of garlic, and it tastes of smoky, fatty beef. And now I'm gonna try this eggplant. And this is, this very closely resembles baba ganoush, if you've ever had baba ganoush. But it's delicious, a nice, sort of cold, smoky, viscous texture. This is a potato knish. Knish is just like a casual street food. Central Eastern European, popular with Ashkenazi Jews, the Jewish kosher-style deli tradition. And this is really just like a giant dumpling. It's like a giant dumpling that is, in this case, filled with potato. To me, this tastes like schmaltz chicken fat, which is a beautiful flavor to add to things like mashed potatoes. Boy, I sure do wish I had some blintzes. Oh, here they are. Through the magic of cinema, I have some blintzes. These are gonna be cheese blintzes. Put a little sour cream on these. So a blintz is like a pancake, blini, crepe-like pancake, very thin. That's gonna be filled with cheese or other things, I imagine, and then baked. And these are just sort of like soft pillows of like sweet cheese and slightly sticky, pliable dough in your mouth. It resembles, honestly, it resembles like a warm cheesecake is sort of the best comparison that I can make. In the end, it all comes back to this smoked meat and why we came to Snowden's in particular, because you can get smoked meat elsewhere. You don't have to come here to get smoked meat. But what you do need to come here for is to get that full deli experience. This is really the last of its kind. 6 or 7 delis have closed in Montreal over the past year. It's not a place that's popular with tourists. It's a place that's popular with locals. That's why this place is what it is. And that's why we're here. That's why it's special. And it helps that this smoked meat sandwich is really good. I went to Schwartz's. Schwartz's is the most famous one. This is better. This is a better sandwich. I've had both now, so I feel like I can say that. Not that Schwartz's was bad, but this is more flavorful and the bread is better. I think the spicing is better. It has a stronger flavor. I think the marbling was nicer. I thought the sandwich that I had from Schwartz's was a little bit dry. And this is a completely honest opinion. So I have no problem comparing the two and saying that I prefer this. Hey everybody, I really hope you enjoyed this episode of Dining on a Dime from Deli Snowden, or Snowden's Deli, in Montreal, Canada. If you'd like to watch more, please click here.
The casse-croûte, as we know it, is embedded in Quebec culture. Every little town or little village always has their